Hello, class. This is Jack Rowland, and I went to Redbud Park for my In the Field lab. So I went to Redbud Park, which is on South Side. It's kind of by South 21st. They have a playground and a couple other items, but they also have a prairie dog park. And for this project, I kind of tried to specifically look at that park individually. The climate at this park is a humid subtropical environment, which is identified with a wet and hot summer and a dry and mild winter. Upon investigation, there was loads of flora and fauna. For the flora, there was the mesquite tree, some grass, and some flowers, and those are kind of the main flora. For the fauna, we saw a good bit of ants, prairie dogs, and then also birds that were flying around. The dominant flora was the mesquite tree.
Can I have another one?
And you just kind of see that in the video, kind of being tucked away in the back
Sorry.
of the actual prairie dog area. In the dominant fauna was definitely the prairie dogs. They kind of occupied the most space, and yep. One thing that you'll see in the videos for the abiotic and biotic interaction is that these prairie dogs live in tunnels that are under the ground, and so they've kind of built a relatively large environment down there. And so things that can go in that tunnel, generally speaking, go in that tunnel. And so there's not only prairie dogs that live in there, there can be also snakes or other animals that just may find their way down there. Primarily, it will be prairie dogs. They make the tunnels. There's going to be random offshoots and other stuff like that to kind of, have false tunnels throughout. So that is the biggest abiotic and biotic interaction that we see at this park. Most notably, the first interaction that you see is the wall that is made around the prairie dog park. And so this is just kind of done to separate people from the prairie dogs. Now, this wasn't hugely effective, as prairie dogs have gone and dug tunnels under the ground, under the wall. And they're now occupying two separate fields, but they've mostly stayed behind the concrete walls. Apart from the wall, we also see lots of food. People come in and feed the prairie dogs blueberries, watermelon, carrots, and there was also some trash on the field. There was a Coca-Cola bottle cap, and there's a couple other items, but those are most notable.